Great day, learners! This is Ma'am Rox, your TLE teacher. I am here to guide you in your learning journey. Be sure to have your self-learning module ready. Do you still recall our previous lesson last quarter? Can you catch me up to speed on where we are with our lesson? You may write your answer in your comment box. Let us see if you are correct. Excellent! We discussed about illustration, a decoration, interpretation, or visual explanation of a text, concept, or process designed for integration in published media, such as poster, flyers, magazines, books, teaching materials, animation, video games, and films. An illustration is typically created by an illustrator. Illustration also means providing an example either in writing or in picture form. Our lesson in this third quarter is the mystery of nature and how it can give us life and livelihood. We will find out the countless blessings we receive from God, our Creator. Our learning competency use farm tools and equipment. Our learning objectives are: first, determine the faults and defective hand tools and equipment. Second, check farm tools for faults and defects in accordance with farm procedures. And last, number 3, appreciate the importance of awareness of faults and defects before using farm tools and equipment. Let us find out what to discover in our lesson by answering what I know. Direction. Read each question carefully and write the letter of the correct answer. You may write your answer in the comment box. You only have 5 seconds to answer every question. Are you ready? I can't hear you. Great! I can see that you are all very excited. Let's start. Number 1. Always use the right blank for the right task. It is letter A, box. Letter B, cabinet. Letter C is storage. Or letter D, tool. Your time starts now. Oops, time's up. If your answer is letter D, tool, you are correct. Number 2. Alex wants to repair a defective tool. What does he need to do? It is letter A, have it repaired by an electrician, or letter B, have it call the attention of your neighbor. Letter C, have it clamp the tool blade in a bench vise. Or letter D, have it removed from service and tag it clearly out of service for repair. Your time starts now. Oh, time is up. If your answer for number 2 is letter D, have it removed from service and tag it clearly out of service for repair, then you're right. Number 3, the two types of defective equipment are manufacturing and blank defects. It is letter A, brand, or letter B, design. Letter C, model, or letter D, style. Your time starts now. Oops, time is up. If your answer for number 3 is B, design, that is good. Number 4. The example below are gardening tools, except it is A, bolo, B, glass, letter C, hand cultivator, or letter D, sprayer. Your time starts now. Oops, time is up. If your answer for number 4 is letter B, is glass, very good. Number 5, last number, what will you do when a company designs an equipment without safety guards? It is letter A, clean the handle. Letter B, read the manual. Letter C, read the procedure. Or letter D, shut off switches. Your time starts now. Oops, time's up. If your answer for the last number is letter B, read the manual, that's awesome. Great job! Imagine we are yet to start the lesson, but you already have an idea of what we are going to discuss. Now, we will face another exciting lesson. Do you know the Filipino lives and work to earn for their living? Let's watch this video and sing along with me.
Magtanim ay di biro, maghapong nakayuko, di man lang makaupo, di man lang makatayo. Braso ko'y namamanhit, daywang ko'y nangangawit, binti ko'y namimintig sa pagkababad sa tubig. Sa umaga paggising, ng lahat isipin, kung saan may patanim, may masarap na pagkain. Braso ko'y namamanhit, baywang ko'y nangangawit, binti ko'y namimintig sa pagkababad sa tubig. Halina, halina mga kaliyag, tayo'y magsipag unat-unat, magpanibago tayo ng landas para sa araw ng bukas, para sa araw ng bukas.
From the video that you have watched, you can already tell that the basic life of Filipinos is to work on field. After all, our country is blessed with rich land and with proper cultivation. It will give us all the food and other things that we need. How do you feel while singing the song Magtanim Ay Di Biro? Yes, you are right. It tells us the difficulties of the farmer's life, bending all day and no time to sit and stand. But it also reflects the positive attitude of being hopeful and hardworking. And to make work in the farm easier and more productive, men produce equipment. However, it comes with certain risks. Working on a farm comes with a certain risk, especially when you are operating heavy machinery and equipment. Faulty parts and defective farm equipment can cause serious and even fatal injuries. It is recommended that first gardeners receive hand tool training from an experienced instructor. Defective equipment like tractors, mowers, shredders, and other equipment cause debilitating and often lifelong injuries. In order to do horticultural operations successfully, one must have a good working knowledge of the tools, implements, and equipment before using them. So here are the types of defective farm equipment. We'll have manufacturing defects and design defects. First, manufacturing defects. These occurs when mistakes during the assembly process cause loose or missing fasteners and other defects. Manufacturing defect is a defect in a product that was not intended. Often it results with severe and fatal injuries. Second, design defects. When a company designs equipment without proper safety guards, shut-off switches, and protective enclosure, agricultural workers are at risk. A design defects occurs when there is an inherent flaw or error in a product's design that renders it unreasonably dangerous. Here are some safety precautions that we need to anticipate when we encounter more frequent and dangerous safety risks in machinery, environment, hazard, and chemicals that are cause major to lethal injury without constant vigilance. First, pinch points. Points at which two objects on machine makes contact with at least one of them moving in a circle. The most injured body parts are fingers and hands. A pinch point injury on a job or on the job can be seriously disabling and can cause amputation or even death. Make sure all shields are secure in place to cover pinch point area. Follow all lockout and tag out procedure. Second, rub points. Any exposed rotating machine component attached to one end to a piece of equipment. These can catch on clothing and limbs, pulling them into the machine. Rub points are found in rotating shafts or rods and can catch a sleeve, calves, or pant leg. wear close-fitting clothing, and remove jewelry. Third, shear points. The edges of two objects moving closely enough together to cut relatively soft materials to create shear points. Common injuries include crushing of tissues, laceration, broken bones, contusion, and amputation. Do not reach over, around, or work on rotating part. Keep your metal shear well maintained. You should have a warning lights, mirror, emergency stop buttons, and lubrication system. Number 4, freewheeling points. After a farmer turns off the equipment, farm equipment parts such as rotary motors, blade, and flywheels continue to rotate. These can catch on clothing and leaves, pulling them into the machine. Some parts, farm equipment parts, such as rotary motor blades and butterfly wheels, continue to rotate after being shut off. Never touch a freewheeling part while it is moving, even if it is moving very slowly. Number 5, hydraulic lifts and hoses. Leaky hydraulic hoses can emit toxic fluid that can burn your eyes and skin, turn off the engine, and relieve hydraulic pressures before disconnecting hydraulic hoses or completing repairs. Do a daily safety check of all components of the lift before using. Wear suitable personal protective equipment or PPE. When working under raised vehicles, examples, goggles or face protection from leaking fluids, rust, dust, etc. Now, there are some ways to determine the defective and non-defective tools and equipment. First, visual inspection. Defective and non-defective tools are described by its physical appearance, such as dullness, sharpness, dismantled parts, and more. Visual testing can be done by looking at the test piece directly or by using optical measurements such as magnifying glasses, mirrors, borescope, as computer-assisted viewing system. Second, functionality. It is done by checking or assessing if the tool is already susceptible to wear and tear or does it exceed its service life already. The purpose of functional test is to test its function of the software application by providing appropriate input, verifying the output against the functional requirements. Number 3, performance. Checking the performance of a tool is not only done during the actual use, but it should also be done after determining whether the tool is worthy to be used. Performance testing is the practice of evaluating how a system performs in terms of responsiveness and stability under a particular workload. Performance tests are typically executed to examine speed, robustness, reliability, and application size. Again, the different ways to determine defective and non-defective tools and equipment are visual inspection, functionality, performance. There are also defective farm equipment and injuries. Those are broken bones, crush injury, burns, electrocution, spinal cord and traumatic brain injury, amputations injury. We have also farm procedure before using farm equipment. And those are, first, ensure you're well rested. Feeling fatigue when operating machine can be dangerous, to make sure taking breaks from work when you need rest. Second, always thoroughly read the manual for a piece of equipment. Your new tractor may function differently than your old one. To give yourselves the time we need to prepare and also set up. Then comply with the instructions and rules. Number 3, avoid alcohol. Even one drink can affect the ability to operate the machine. Health problems such as liver disease, brain injury, cancer, heart problem are strongly linked to drinking alcohol, and the more you drink, the greater the risk. Number 4, maintain awareness. Stay focused. Be aware of what you are doing and where you are going. Self-awareness is the ability to tune into your feelings, thoughts, and actions. Number 5, adjust equipment accordingly. This means keeping all guards, shields, and access doors in place when operating equipment, and make necessary alteration to equipment to fit operational conditions. Number 6, keep children and animals away from working areas. To avoid any disastrous accident, keep your child's play areas separate from your working area. Number 7, last, dress appropriately. Dressing appropriately can mean reducing the risk of injuries. Those clothes are well fitted, and avoid wearing too tight or too loose attire. Again, farm procedure before using farm equipment are: number 1, ensure you're well rested. Second, always thoroughly read the manual for each piece of equipment. Third, avoid alcohol. Fourth, maintain awareness. 5, adjust equipment accordingly. 6, keep children and animals from working areas. And last, dress appropriately. I want to show you how to transfer plants using recycled materials. Find out which tools I used while I was doing it. Do not forget to wear PPE or personal protective equipment to avoid any mishap. Are you ready?
Welcome to my garden.
You know, it really feels good when you have a lot of plants in your backyard. Little knowledge, did you know that the earth has more than 80,000 species of edible plants and 90% of the foods that human eats come from just 30 plants? Nutrition doesn't factor into the crops we do mass produce. 70,000 plant species are utilized for medicines. To test our knowledge with our lesson, let us answer what's more to measure what we have learned today. Direction. Write the word true if the statement is correct and false if it is incorrect. Write your answer in the comment box. You only have 5 seconds to answer every number. Are you ready? What are we waiting for? Let's get it on! Number 1. Thoroughly read the manual guide for each piece of equipment. True or false? Your time starts now! Oops! Time's up! If your answer is true, that's awesome! Number 2. Feeling fatigue when operating machine can't be dangerous. True or false? Your time starts now. Time is up. If your answer is false, very good. Number 3. To avoid any disastrous accident, separate your child's play area. True or false? Your time starts now. Time is up. If your answer for number 3 is true, what a brilliant answer. Number 4, leaky hydraulic hoses emit toxic fluids that can burn your eyes and skin. True or false? Your time starts now. Oh, your time is up. If your answer for number 4 is true, perfect. Last, number 5, faulty parts in defective farm equipment will not cause serious and fatal injuries. True or false? Your time starts up. Time's up. If your answer is false, excellent. How many of you got the perfect score for this activity? Write a happy face icon in the comment box. I am truly amazed for the job. Well done. You did it. Congratulations. In this lesson, we can relate to our science subject, which developed by horticulturists is applied to plant production, improvement, marketing, and enhancement of humans and animals' life. Also in history or araling panlipunan and evolution of horticulture is intimately connected to the history and development of agriculture, such as horticulture is a part of the story of humanities designed to gain control over nature. This story encompasses exploration, conquest, experimentation, innovation, and of course, globalization in health subject. Proper attention to health and safety concern can minimize most occupational risks. Precautions are necessary to protect against injury and possible illness. For your assignment, answer the following what I can do and assessment on page 8. Then send to your subject teachers. Once again, this is Mom Rox saying, our life is like a plant who needs adequate care, love, and appreciation. No matter how many trials in life comes, we will survive because we are guided by our Lord. May we be fruitful in dealings in life. Because whatever is the situation, education must go on. Thank you and see you again next Valenzuela Live. Bye-bye.